Okay, so, it's almost December, and you finally track down that, perfect Christmas tree.
Yes.
The scent of pine is just, full in the air.
Love it.
But then there's this, tiny voice of worry in the back of your mind going,
oh,
what about my floors?
Yeah.
We hear ya.
We do.
And we're here to, totally banish those worries.
Yeah.
So you can just enjoy the holidays without stressing about scratches or spills or sap stains.
Absolutely.
So today's deep dive is all about protecting your wood floors.
Okay.
From, all the potential hazards of your Christmas tree.
Right.
And our source today is this great blog post from Flooring 365, which is a UK flooring company.
All right.
Let's face it, that beautiful tree can be a bit of a holiday heartbreaker when it comes to, delicate wood surfaces.
It's true.
It really is.
It's almost like the tree brings its own set of challenges along with the festive cheer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Think about it. We're bringing this,
Right.
sometimes prickly, water-dependent object into our homes and setting it on a surface that's vulnerable to moisture and scratches.
Totally. And it's not just any surface. It's wood floors, right?
Yes.
Which come in all these different types and have varying levels of sensitivity.
Exactly. For instance, solid wood floors, while gorgeous, they're the most susceptible to moisture damage.
Really?
Yeah, they're like sponges. They can absorb water.
Wow.
And warp if they aren't properly protected.
Okay.
Then you have engineered wood, which is a bit more resilient to moisture.
Okay.
But still prone to scratches.
Right.
Especially from heavy objects.
Yeah.
Or, the rough bottom of a tree stand.
Oh, that's a good point. And let's not forget about parquet flooring.
Ah, yes.
Which is the intricate mosaic of the wood floor world.
Beautiful, but so easily damaged.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, those tiny pieces of wood arranged in those intricate patterns can be really easily damaged by drop needles or heavy ornaments.
Really?
The way it's laid makes it even more susceptible to scratches.
I see.
Because you have all these edges and grooves that can catch debris.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So right from the start, we're seeing that just understanding our specific type of wood flooring is really crucial for, knowing how to best protect it.
Absolutely.
So the blog kicks off
Okay.
with the importance of the Christmas tree stand.
Right.
And they're not just talking about preventing the tree from tipping over.
No, they stress choosing one with a deep water reservoir.
Okay.
And this isn't just about convenience. Yeah. It's about protecting your floors from consistent moisture.
Okay.
You see, when you frequently top up a shallow reservoir, you're increasing the chances of spills.
Oh, that makes sense.
Plus, a consistently full stand can actually create condensation on the base.
Oh, wow.
Which can seep into your floor.
So it's not just dramatic spills we need to worry about, but also the slow, insidious effects of constant moisture.
Exactly. Even a tiny leak or consistent condensation can cause wreak havoc over time.
Wow.
Especially on those moisture-sensitive solid wood floors.
Right.
Yeah, it can lead to warping, discoloration, even structural damage.
So I'm starting to see why the blog calls the tree stand the foundation of your holiday floor protection plan.
It really is.
But wouldn't the heavy metal stand be more likely to scratch the floor?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
While metal might seem more durable,
right,
the weight is definitely a factor.
Mm-hmm.
A heavy stand, even if it has a protected base, can put more pressure on a specific point on the floor.
I see.
Increasing the risk of dents or scratches.
So how do we find that sweet spot between a sturdy stand and one that won't damage the floor?
Yeah.
What should we be looking for?
Ideally, you want a stand that's sturdy but not overly heavy.
Okay.
Look for one with a wide base for stability and features like rubber padding or feet to distribute the weight and minimize contact with the floor.
Okay, so we've got our sturdy, well-designed stand with a deep reservoir.
All right.
What's next in our arsenal of floor-saving weapons?
Well, the blog goes on to emphasize the importance of a protective mat under the tree stand.
Okay.
And honestly, I couldn't agree more.
Okay, tell me more about this mat.
Okay.
It seems like a simple thing.
Yeah.
But the blog makes it sound pretty essential.
It is. Think of it as like a shield for your floor.
Okay.
First, it acts as like a physical barrier, preventing any stray water or sap from reaching the wood.
Right.
Second, it helps to distribute the weight of the stand and the tree more evenly.
Okay.
Further reducing the risk of dents or scratches.
So it's not just about catching spills, but also creating like a more stable and protective surface.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Now, I've seen people use plastic sheeting under their trees,
Yeah.
thinking it's, creating like a waterproof barrier.
Right.
What's your take on that?
I'm glad you brought that up because the blog actually debunks this myth.
Oh, really?
Using plastic is actually a big no-no.
Oh, wow.
While it might seem like a good idea,
Yeah.
it can trap moisture between the plastic and the wood,
Oh, no.
creating a breeding ground for mold and mildew.
It's like we're accidentally creating a sauna for our floors.
Exactly.
Not the relaxing kind.
No, not at all. And the worst part is you might not even realize there's a problem until it's too late.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So instead, the blog recommends choosing a mat specifically designed for protecting floors from Christmas trees.
Okay.
These mats come in like various materials,
Yeah.
each with its own benefits.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Right.
We need to choose our mat wisely based on our floor type.
Precisely. If you have solid wood floors, a waterproof mat is non-negotiable.
Oh.
Look for something made from like rubber, vinyl, or even a thick absorbent fabric that's been treated with a waterproof coating. For engineered wood, you can opt for a softer, more cushioning mat to prevent scratches.
Okay.
Those felt or fabric mats with a rubber backing are a good choice.
This is really interesting. It's not just about throwing down any old rug.
No.
We need to think about the specific needs of our floor.
Exactly. It's like choosing the right shoes for a hike.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't wear flip-flops on a rocky trail, would you?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our sturdy stand and our protective mat.
Mm-hmm.
What's next on our floor-saving checklist?
Well, we've got to keep that tree hydrated.
Right.
But watering can be a risky business if we're not careful.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I've had my fair share of near disasters.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to maneuver a watering can around a prickly tree.
Right.
It's a challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
The blog offers some great tips for minimizing spills and protecting your floors during watering.
Okay, good.
First and foremost, choose the right tool for the job.
Okay.
Ditch the bulky pitcher or bucket
Yeah.
and opt for a watering can with a long, narrow spout.
That makes sense. It's all about precision and control, right?
Absolutely. You want a gentle, targeted stream of water,
Yeah.
not a waterfall cascading down your tree trunk and onto your floor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is not just the initial watering we got to think about.
Right.
Like we get busy during the holidays, rushing around.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget to check for leaks or like overfill the reservoir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. There have been times when I've been so focused on like getting the tree perfectly decorated
Right.
that I haven't noticed like a small leak until it's, too late.
And that's the thing. Even a tiny consistent drip can cause like significant damage over time, especially on those solid wood floors. It's like the proverb, constant dripping wears away a stone.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, it's constant dripping warps your wood floors.
Ooh, I like that updated version. Okay, so we're being vigilant about spills and leaks.
Yeah.
But what about that inevitable needle drop?
Oh.
Even with a freshly cut tree, it's bound to happen, right?
True needle drop is definitely part of the real Christmas tree experience.
Yeah.
But the blog assures us we can minimize both the amount of needles we're dealing with and the potential damage they can cause.
Okay, I'm all ears. I've definitely battled those pesky needles that seem to find their way into every nook and cranny.
They get everywhere.
So,
well, firstly, remember how we talked about different wood types and their vulnerabilities?
yeah.
That comes into play here, too.
Okay.
Solid wood, with its exposed surface, is more prone to scratches from those, like, dried-out needles.
I see.
Parquet, with all its intricate grooves, can be a nightmare to clean if needles get lodged in those tiny spaces.
So what can we do? Are we just doomed to a holiday season spent constantly sweeping and vacuuming?
Not necessarily. The blog has some smart strategies.
Okay.
First, it suggests being strategic about your tree choice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Some species are notorious for needle drop,
Right.
while others are known for their needle retention.
So some trees are naturally better at holding onto their needles.
Exactly. The Nordman fir, for example, is a popular choice because it has excellent needle retention.
So we can actually like stack the deck in our favor
Yeah.
by choosing a tree that's less likely to shed.
Precisely. It's like choosing a low-shedding dog breed if you're worried about fur on your furniture.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
You're minimizing the problem right from the start.
Right from the start.
Yeah.
Now, even with like a low-shedding tree, we're bound to have some needles.
Yeah.
What's the best way to tackle those?
Regular vacuuming is key.
Okay.
And I mean regular.
Okay.
At least every other day, if not daily, especially in the area around your tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those needles are sneaky.
Right.
They get everywhere, and the longer they sit, the more likely they are to get, like, embedded in your floor's finish or scratch the surface.
Okay, so frequent vacuuming is a must.
Yeah.
Any tips on, like, the vacuuming technique itself?
Absolutely. First, ditch those harsh rotating brush heads.
Yeah.
Those are great for carpets, but they can scratch your wood floors.
Right.
Opt for a soft brush attachment,
Okay.
especially if you have delicate parquet flooring.
So it's almost like we're treating our floors to, like, a gentle massage
Yeah, exactly.
rather than, like, a harsh scrubbing.
Gentle and frequent is the way to go.
Gentle and frequent. I like it.
Now, while we're on the topic of things that can cause chaos and potential damage,
Oh, boy.
let's talk about our furry friends and little ones.
Oh, yes, the chaos factor. You know, it's the holiday season. Everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Sometimes that excitement can lead to, you know, a few mishaps, especially around, like, a tempting Christmas tree.
You said it. And while we love our pets and kids,
Oh, yeah?
their enthusiasm can sometimes be a bit of a threat to our beautiful floors.
Right.
But the good news is
Right.
we can manage this chaos with a bit of planning and boundary setting.
So it's not about, like, locking everyone away during the holidays. But rather creating, you know, a festive environment that's safe for both our loved ones.
Right.
And our floors.
Exactly. You got it. The blog suggests a multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
For pets, especially those who are prone to chewing or knocking things over,
Yeah.
a pet gate can be a game changer.
It's like creating, like, a designated tree admiration zone.
Yeah,
That's safe for both the tree and, like, the furry family member.
exactly. It keeps everyone happy and stress-free. Now, for little ones,
Yeah.
it's all about setting clear boundaries and expectations.
Okay.
Explain to them why it's important to be careful around the tree
Right.
and how even small accidents can damage the floor.
I bet you could even make it fun by, like, turning it into a game.
Oh, totally.
Like, can you be a super sneaky ninja and, like, walk around the tree without touching it?
I love that. You could even use colorful tape
Yeah.
to mark off a no-go zone around the tree,
Right.
making it a visual reminder for little ones.
And speaking of potential hazards, let's not forget about those beautiful but sometimes precarious ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
I've definitely had a few ornaments take a tumble over the years,
Mhm.
and those can definitely, like, leave a mark on a wood floor.
Absolutely. Especially the heavier ones.
Right.
Remember, it's all about physics.
Uh-huh.
A heavy ornament falling from a height can dent or scratch even the most durable wood floor.
Wow.
So the blog suggests thinking strategically about ornament placement.
Okay, so instead of just, you know, randomly hanging ornaments wherever we find, like, a free branch,
Yeah.
we need to be a bit more intentional.
Exactly. Treat those heavier ornaments like VIPs.
Okay.
Give them prime real estate higher up on the tree
Right.
where they're less likely to get bumped or knocked off.
So less risk of, like, a timber situation with those heavier ornaments?
Precisely.
Hmm.
Now, for those lower branches,
Yeah.
especially if you have young children or curious pets,
Wow.
it's wise to stick with ornaments that are sturdy and unbreakable,
Okay.
like felt ornaments, wooden ornaments, even pine cones.
Right.
There are tons of options that are both festive and floor-friendly.
I love that idea. And to further protect the floor from any ornament mishaps, the blog suggests using, like, a decorative rug or tree skirt.
That's a great tip. It adds to the festive ambiance and acts as a cushion for any ornaments that might take a tumble.
It's a win-win.
Totally.
Okay, so we've covered the tree itself, the watering, the needles, the pets, the kids, even the ornaments.
Yep.
But what about our own footwear?
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm realizing that we probably track in all sorts of dirt and, like, salt and debris during the holiday season.
Right, all that gunk we bring in on our shoes acts like sandpaper on our floors.
Oh, really?
It can dull the finish, scratch the surface, and even get embedded in those tiny grooves in parquet flooring.
So what's the solution? Do we need to, like, ban shoes entirely during the holidays?
Well, that might be a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But the blog does recommend encouraging guests to remove their shoes at the door.
Okay.
You could even make it fun by providing, like, festive slippers or cozy socks for everyone to wear.
It's like creating a holiday Higgs vibe, and it protects our floors at the same time.
Exactly. Now, while we're on the subject of footwear, let's talk about high heels.
Ooh, yeah.
Those pointy heels can be a real enemy of wood floors,
Right.
especially if they're worn regularly.
I've definitely seen, like, those telltale dents and scratches.
Yeah.
caused by stiletto heel?
It's all about the pressure points.
Okay.
Those narrow heels concentrate all the weight onto a tiny surface area,
I see.
which puts a lot of stress on the floor.
So if we're going to, like, rock those heels during the holidays,
Yeah,
we need to be mindful of, like, where we're walking.
absolutely. Avoid high traffic areas.
Okay.
And be extra careful on those delicate parquet floors.
All about being aware of the potential impact
Right.
of our footwear.
Yeah, it's like we're giving our floors a little holiday break as well.
Right. So the decorations come down, the tree goes out.
Yeah.
But what about our floors?
Okay.
What steps can we take to make sure that, they're looking their best after all the festivities?
Well, the first step is a thorough cleanup.
Okay. Remember those pesky needles we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
Even with regular vacuuming, there are bound to be some stragglers
Right.
hiding in corners or under furniture.
Yeah.
So a good sweep or vacuum is essential.
Okay. And what about those sticky sap spots that just seem to magically appear?
Sap.
I had my fair share of battles with those.
It's like the tree's parting gift.
It really is.
But fear not, it can be tackled.
Okay, good.
The blog recommends a gentle approach.
Okay.
Avoid harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners.
Right.
Those can really damage the floor's finish.
So no scrubbing with steel wool?
Definitely not. Instead, try, like, dabbing the sap spots with a cloth dampened in mild soapy water.
Okay.
You might need to repeat this a few times.
Yeah.
But patience is key.
It's almost like we're coaxing the sap off the floor rather than, like, attacking it.
Exactly. Gentle persuasion is the way to go.
Yeah.
Now, once you've removed all the debris and the sap, it's a good time to just, like, assess the overall condition of your floors. So are we looking for, like, any particular signs of damage or wear and tear?
Check for any scratches or dents or areas where the finish might be wearing thin.
Right.
If you have solid wood floors,
Yeah.
you might even consider like a light sanding and refinishing
Okay.
to restore their luster.
It's like giving our floors a spa treatment.
Right.
After all that holiday hustle and bustle.
Exactly. And if you have engineered wood or parquet flooring, a good wood-safe polish can work wonders in restoring shine and protecting the finish.
Okay, so even though the holidays are over, we're not done caring for our floors.
Right.
It's like an ongoing process.
Absolutely. And you know what's fascinating about all of this is these tips and principles can be applied year-round.
That's a good point.
It's not just about protecting our floors during the holidays.
Right.
It's about being mindful of their needs throughout the year.
Yeah, whether it's a Christmas tree or a dropped ornament or even just everyday foot traffic, our floors are constantly exposed to these potential hazards.
Exactly. So the key takeaway here is a little bit of prevention and care.
Yeah.
Goes a long way in preserving the beauty and longevity of our wood floors.
Well said. I think we've armed our listeners with a wealth of knowledge today.
I hope so.
And practical tips to make sure that their floors not only survive the holidays, but, thrive all year round.
Yeah, and hopefully we've given them the confidence to just enjoy their beautiful floors.
Right.
Without stressing about every little spill or scratch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to all our listeners out there, go forth and create a festive and floor-friendly environment this holiday season.
Yes.
And remember, a little bit of planning and care can make all the difference.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.